arena, and what an atmosphere we have here tonight. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Joe Calzaghe, 6 foot even, with a weight of 174 pounds. His reach is 73 inches. And he'll be facing Nigel the Dark Destroyer Benn. He comes in at 177 centimeters tall with a 185 centimeter reach.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
Here comes the pride of Wales, super middleweight, light heavyweight world champion. He has never been defeated. What an athlete. The Dark Destroyer, Nigel Benn, one of the greatest English champions of all time. This legendary middleweight fights out of London, England.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, presenting the renowned unified world champion with a remarkable undefeated career, introducing the two-division champion of the world and boxing's pride of Wales, please welcome Joe, the Italian Dragon Calzaghe. Fighting out of the blue corner, from London, England, here is a middleweight and super middleweight champion of the world, known as the Dark Destroyer, introducing Nigel Benn.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
And what I say you must obey. Good luck.
And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Quick punch scores. Nice counter shot with the right hand. He gets out of the way of that left hand. Good counter right hand again. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. That counter shot lands. Lands with the right counter. What a fitting stage for this grudge match. This theater has seen a lot of drama over the years, but perhaps none more compelling than this.
You're getting everything tonight, and you know what? When you're in a theatre, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses, because you're going to be so transparent and laid out bench.
Welcome inside this unique environment, a beautiful theater, ready for a fist fight. Nice counter shot. Why are they throwing punches? They should be playing defense right now. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter. This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
Terrorized them into not wanting to throw a punch because they don't even see the shot leaving.
Nice job landing that left counter punch. Catch and shoot. Nice counter punch. And they get out of the way of that left hand. Punch, counter punch. Perfect counter lands. He fails to score with that left hook. Back to life now, starting to land some punches. like this fighter did not work on defense this training camp. And a counter. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action. On to the second round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Good counter left hand there. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Tactics out of the window. These guys just want to brawl.
Ronda Rousey once told me when she gets into a fight, her mentality was minimum effort, maximum efficiency. Left hand misses. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. That left counter was perfectly timed. A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweights.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Big left, but doesn't score with it. Nice counter shot. Left punch. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Good left counter that lands. Left counter punch will score. He misses with that jab. Might want to back out of the... Can the Dark Destroyer get out of this dark place? And the Dark Destroyer is on the canvas. Like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Good counter punching. Good counter punching from both these fighters. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action. Let's get it started in round 3. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Counter right. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it? Not a lot of defense here at all. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. There's a scoring blow. He misses with that jab. Seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape. Punch. Beautiful counter punch. Shot with the left. Punch lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Nice job landing with that right hand counter. That seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
The referee calling for seconds out, right back into the action. There's the bell to start round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool.
Oh, no. Nigel Benn. Nigel Benn down. Can you believe it? Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why. Dark Destroyer now in a very dark place. Nigel Benn has been rocked. Nigel Benn overwhelmed with power, and down he goes. So they'll make it up, and this fight continues. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer. There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
And this with that jab. What is this fighter doing? There's nothing behind these punches. Left counter scores. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance? Shots, even if they land, are going to do no damage. Looks like he's going to survive the round here. And this might be the beginning of... Calzaghe is down, but will he get up? You saw it here live, a knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory. That is God. Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.